are the perfect fluffy companion that loves being by your side, but can you leave a Pomeranian home alone? In this video, I discuss the concerns, dangers, and provide tips for leaving your Pomeranian home alone. So can you leave your Pomeranian home? The recommended and maximum amount of time alone will depend on many factors, including your dog's age and anxiety levels. The deciding factors for how long your Pomeranian can be left at home alone are your Pomeranian's age, the anxiety level, and the health condition of your dog. A healthy adult Pomeranian that doesn't have anxiety issues can be left home alone from 5 to 8 hours at a time. If your dog suffers from separation anxiety or cannot go that long due to a health condition, you will need to evaluate your dog's individual needs. Some dogs may only be left home alone for an hour or two at a time. Can Pomeranian puppies be left home alone? Pomeranian puppies can be left home alone for short periods of time depending on their age and their level of training. Leaving a puppy unattended can lead to messes and hazards. Young dogs are very playful and like to explore. If you plan on leaving a puppy home alone, I suggest using a crate, pen, or a safe puppy-proof room in order to keep your puppy safe and to reduce the number of things that your playful puppy can get into. The amount of time that you can leave your puppy home alone depends on its age. If your puppy is 8 to 10 weeks of age, you should not leave your puppy home alone longer than an hour. At 2 to 3 months of age, no longer than 2 hours. At 6 to 12 months of age, no longer than 4 hours if they're completely potty trained. And over 12 months, your puppy can be home alone between 5 and 8 hours maximum. Can senior Pomeranians be left home alone? Your senior Pomeranian may not be left home alone as long as it used to. As your dog ages, it may develop arthritis or other physical conditions that may limit the amount of time he or she should be left home alone. It may be harder for your older dog to hold its bladder or bowels, which may result in accidents inside of the home. If you're noticing some of these changes in your senior dog, it may be a good time to evaluate and adjust the amount of time that they are left home alone. One of the concerns with leaving your Pomeranians home alone is how long they can comfortably go without having to go to the bathroom. A healthy adult Pomeranian can hold its bladder or bowels for up to 8 hours. A Pomeranian puppy should be able to hold it for approximately 1 hour per month of age once it's fully potty trained. Potty training a puppy can be challenging enough, so it's best not to leave an untrained puppy home alone for a significant amount of time. So do Pomeranians tolerate being left home alone? Pomeranians can tolerate being left home alone, but the comfort or anxiety level will vary from dog to dog. As a breed, Pomeranians are prone to separation anxiety and often do not want to be left home alone. If your Pomeranian is showing signs of anxiety when you leave, you may need to speak with your vet about your dog's anxiety and try to reduce the amount of time that they are alone. So do Pomeranians get lonely? Just like people and many other pets, Pomeranians can get lonely. Dogs are pack animals that enjoy being around other members of their pack. It can be helpful having another Pomeranian or pet within your home. So is it cruel to leave a dog home alone? It isn't cruel to leave your dog home alone for a brief amount of time. If your dog suffers from anxiety, it can cause your dog a lot of stress if they are left at home. Should you crate your dog when it's left home alone? You may choose to crate your dog when you leave the home. I would only consider this option if I was planning on leaving for a short amount of time. If I was concerned that my dog could be harmed or cause destruction while I was away. I would also not recommend putting your dog in a crate when you leave the home if your dog is also in their crate at nighttime. Where should I leave my dog when it's home alone? The most important thing is to make sure that your dog has a safe place to be when you're not at home. Some of the options are crates. Crate training your dog for when you're away is one option. A puppy safe room, letting your dog roam free in a designated safe space is another option. And free range, depending on the dog, it may be able to have free range of your home. When our puppies were very young, we would leave them in their crate while we were out. Now that they're adults and less likely to have an accident and getting into something hazardous, we let them have free range of the main living area of our home when we are out. How do you prepare your Pomeranian for being home alone? There are many things you may consider when you know that you'll be leaving your dog home alone. Having a dog bed available can help the anxiety and relaxation while you're away. Dog beds can also be a symbol of comfort and territory. Save some special toys that are only available to your dog when you're away. The excitement of playing with a special toy can help the stress and transition of you leaving, and I'll link some of our favorite toys down below. Make sure that your dog is fed at its normal meal times. I would not give your dog additional food when you leave. It is okay to give your dog a treat though right before you leave, and it's important to make sure that your dog has access to clean drinking water while you're away. Do you need pee pads for when your dog is home alone? The need for pee pads when you're away will depend on your dog's individual needs. I would not provide pee pads unless your dog usually has access to them. You don't want to encourage a backslide in training if your dog can hold it long enough. Should I leave the lights on when my dog is home alone? If it will be dark at any time while you are away, it would be best to leave a light on for your dog. So should you leave your TV on for your dog when your dog is home alone? Having some background noise can be helpful while you're away. Having the TV on is one of those options, but I would suggest having music on instead. Leaving a TV on for extended amount of times can damage it over time. So should you leave music on when your dog is home alone? Having some music on in the background is a great way to have some background noise. The background noise will help your home not sound as empty and can ease your dog's stress and anxiety. White noise sound machines are an alternative to leaving music on in the background if you prefer. Should you have a pet cam when your dog is home alone? Having a pet cam when you are away can ease some of your stress because you're able to catch a glimpse of how your dog is doing. There are even cameras that will allow you to talk to your dog and give them a treat. So it's up to you whether you think this would be a beneficial option for you and your dog. If you're concerned with leaving your dog home alone, doing practice runs can help you and your dog prepare for when you end up leaving home alone for longer periods of time. Should you create a leaving routine? Creating a routine for when you leave the home can help prepare your dog and minimize its anxiety. Make sure your dog has been fed before you leave. Make sure your dog has access to water. Take your dog outside to go to the bathroom. Give yourself enough time to get ready so you aren't running around stressed. Don't say the word goodbye to your dog when you leave. Changing up your wording can often prevent negative triggers that are associated with words when you're leaving. Right before you leave, you can also give your dog a special treat or toy. So what should I do if my dog gets hyper before I leave? If your dog becomes hyper before you leave, they can be suffering from separation anxiety. Observe your dog's behavior closely to see if you can notice any other behavior changes. Try not to reward hyperactivity and encourage calm behavior instead. If your dog has a lot of pent-up energy, it may be best to exercise your dog and wear them out before you leave if possible. What are the dangers of leaving my dog home alone? It can be dangerous leaving your dog home alone. When a dog is bored, they can often find things in places that they shouldn't get into. Chewing cords, eating or drinking poisons, getting into plants, altercations with other animals, getting stuck in places or under furniture, stress and anxiety, destructive behaviors, and escaping. So what can I do if I don't want to leave my dog home alone? If you don't want to leave your Pomeranian home alone, there are some options that you can consider. Taking your dog to doggy daycare, bringing your dog with you, getting a pet sitter, having someone check on your dog and play with him or her, checking in on your dog during your work break, and having others stay at home while you are away. What should I do when I feel guilty about leaving my dog home alone? I know it can be hard, and you can feel guilty when you have to leave your little buddy at home. If your dog doesn't suffer from stress or anxiety, you should not worry. Most dogs will be happy and okay while you're away. Dogs that happen to suffer from separation anxiety do need extra care and consideration when being left home alone. It's hard not to feel guilty, but try to take that guilty energy and transform it into a solution that will help ease you and your dog's stress. So should I get a dog walker for my Pomeranian? Getting a dog walker for your Pomeranian is completely up to you. Depending on your location and situation, a dog walker may be the perfect solution to help your dog's loneliness and physical needs. So tips for leaving your Pomeranian home alone. Consider doggy daycare, hire a dog walker, have a family member stop by and visit your dog on your break, get a doggy cam or automatic treat machine, play with your dog before you leave, provide stimulating toys and puzzles when you leave, provide a comfy bed, crate train your dog, and provide enough water. It can be tough leaving your dog home alone. Pomeranians are also very sensitive to being left home alone and can often suffer from separation anxiety. Try to provide an environment that is both safe and enjoyable for your dog while you're away. Luckily, we have many options today, including bringing your dog to work, doggy daycares, and even doggy cams. If you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy my video on the 8 things that you're doing that's hurting your Pomeranian. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hug your Pom today.